How exciting.
Here we are.
I can't believe it.
Well, we've progressed a little since your last visit, of course. We had a good start, actually, so we didn't need to do anything intermediary. It's good to go to this sort of stage. Yeah, well, the next stage is to see it on you. It looks nice on the mannequin, but that's no guarantee about your fitting, so let's see it on you. Shoulders are sitting really cleanly. It's good over the chest.
I love that lining. Every time it winks at me, I get excited.
We're really fine-tuning it now at this stage, and there's not too much to do, so I'm very happy.
Hi, I'm Kirby Allison, and I'm delighted to be back here in London, just around the corner from Savile Row, about to celebrate yet another very special milestone in the sartorial journey of my dear friend Eddie Sahakian. Earlier this year, I had the great pleasure of surprising Eddie with a commission of his very first bespoke suit. And not just any suit, but a pure bespoke classic from unarguably one of Savile Row's most esteemed and prestigious tailoring houses, Henry Poole. Eddie has been a dear friend to me for many years now, always generously sharing with me his passion for and knowledge of the world of Cuban cigars. From guiding me through the delicate rituals of properly cutting and lighting a cigar, to leading me on an amazing voyage of exploration and discovery while examining and together indulging in some of the most renowned Cuban cigars of the 21st century. It is with great joy then that I'm able to modestly reciprocate by sharing with Eddie my personal passion for quality, craftsmanship, and tradition, so beautifully epitomized by London's illustrious bespoke tailoring houses. We have, of course, thoroughly enjoyed documenting this entire journey for you on this YouTube channel, from the very moment we surprised Eddie with the original idea, through the careful measuring and intricate fittings, to finally the moment that we are about to experience today, the grand finale. So today, after much excitement and anticipation from us all, Eddie will be donning his inaugural Pure Bespoke suit for the first time. This is a garment that truly represents the absolute pinnacle of quality, craftsmanship, and tradition, with each stitch a testament to absolute integrity and each fitting a slice of history. So join me now as Eddie experiences the full magic of Pure Bespoke with the delivery today of his new bespoke suit from Savile Row Tailoring House, Henry Poole. Here we are.
I can't believe it. Thank you very much.
I'll put this one for you.
Thank you so much.
Eddie,
Simon.
good to see you. Fantastic. Welcome, welcome. Kirby.
Very much.
Always a pleasure.
Yeah.
You know that. Fantastic.
Well,
good to see
here
you.
we are, beginning today where I guess this project began, a few months ago, which is here at this table in this shop. And what an exciting day, I have to say. I've really been looking forward to this.
It's a big culmination of Pure Bespoke. All that point of making from start to finish. You're meeting your cutter, the journey of seeing it being made, the fittings, It's all come together today. So today, really, Eddie, it's just about you to enjoy it and break it in and to see the differences, what we've done for you.
And am I right? Is this my first final blessing? Is that right?
Yeah.
It is, isn't
This is
it?
the blessing. It is the blessing. This is the point where, we checked over everything. We're just making the last little pointers, and you get a chance to take it away and enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, a culmination of an incredible manifestation of quality, craftsmanship, and tradition. And it's an exciting day, for you. And I'm so just, thrilled to be here, with you sharing this with me, of not only your first suit, your first bespoke suit, but your first pure bespoke suit from Henry Poole. I mean, this is incredible.
I've started not just at the top, at the very summit,
Yeah,
the
that's
very
right.
pinnacle.
Indeed.
I'm so grateful for this opportunity.
Well, Eddie, come on. You in the craft of your world and a beautiful tradition what you have, least we could do is to share it in our world. So much the same when it comes to cigars, this is the house of tailoring.
Yeah.
Thank you very
And you get to wear it out today if we're lucky, right?
Yeah, that's right.
I can't wait. I'm throwing this one away.
Don't throw it away, Eddie. We'll keep that one too, but you'll get a nice travel bag to wear that with. We'll put that inside there, you'll wear one away, and then again, you can just enjoy that suit. And as I say, it's a long-term thing. Don't think of it as that is it. We hope to see you. We like to see it go on for years. So that's the beauty of Bespoke here at Savile Row.
Yeah.
I apologize, you'll see a lot more of me.
Sounds good to me. Sounds
Well,
good to me.
and it's not a good experience to be rushed either, right? Because it could take a decade to really build one's wardrobe at this level, and so this merely marks the beginning of that journey, and I'm sure it was a journey that will be enjoyed and embellished for many years to come.
I think the beauty is that many of our customers, they love a project, and the project is to finish up something, break it in, but as they finish up, they're already reflecting on the next project, and that's how we love it. So there really is that sort of continuity for us with the pattern, but also in the person. So we see that generation thing going along and long periods of time, working with people as we do projects with them every year, and that's what we're about.
And I have to say, I've learned so much in this process, and I feel like I'm at the very beginning of my knowledge, but also my appreciation of your amazing craft. So I hope to continue that journey for a long time.
I think the education comes in with the fit. And every time you fit, you start to iron, starts to take note on how that looks. And that's the education that customers get from having bespoke work. And they learn about the make, they learn about the fit. And then when they do see something on other customers or other people, they start to make a noticeable comment, or if they wish to say something, but they understand what we do and how we hide it. And that's what we do in this business.
I guess, shall we?
Let's go through, gentlemen. Let's go try it. Come on through.
Wonderful.
Here it is. Look at that.
So
What a
beauty. Exactly. This is now finished up, really. The blessing day, it's you a chance to wear it. And while we saw you last, of course, the final fitting, you still had the basting stitching inside. We're now tweaking it to the last 1/8 of an inch of various parts, the cuffs on the trousers, the collar, everything nicely on the neck, etc. And since we've seen you, we've now what we call done the finishing off. So the finishing on the buttonholes, the lapel hole, the lovely boutonniere you can see here. This is the boutonniere, which is that little stem that will be in your flower that can hold that stem inside there. So this is a small detailing we put inside. The edge stitching going down here by hand, and all the lining inside the jacket is done by hand as well, giving that lovely effect of the felling in the front here.
I just love that combination as well. It's even more
The green?
stunning the more I see it, yes.
I mean, what a great just coincidence. I mean, it's both the Poole and Davidoff of London green. I mean, it's such a great representation of what this, this collaboration really represented.
It is.
Destiny is
Yeah,
a
destiny. That's right. I think destiny.
So
Oh,
this is what
gosh.
we're down to. And then really, for us downstairs, as we press it off, we've been pressing off this morning, just watching how that lovely drape shape is, the finishing is, the lovely sleeve head here. You can see that lovely sleeve head has to be set right, giving you that lovely finished off look piece. And then really making sure there's all the basting stitches are taken out, so we will have nothing left in there. So all those little stitches that held the cloth together has been taken out. Sometimes on the centre back seam of the lining, these sort of things we look out for. And then really it's just down to the situation where you get a chance to really wear it now, Eddie, and just mold it to the body, because that's what happens the next stage. So the shoulder blades.
I apologize, it's my body and not this fantastic figure here.
Well, the beauty of Bespoke is it's guaranteed to look even better on you than it does as mannequin. So
that really is true. I think the conform side to actually a body behind the suit is a lot more in what we do than just the hanger. So sometimes hangers give the impression that the shoulder line is incorrect, but really that customer's shoulder line is the situation that the suit's for.
Yes.
So really, when you wear it, Eddie, it will look perfect. That's the idea.
And the waistcoat underneath, I mean, I would love to take tips from both of you gentlemen about the right way to wear with. Would you do up all the buttons down to here? Is that a typical?
So, yeah, because you're having the brace scenario, this one you leave undone, and these ones you actually do up. That's the idea behind it, you see. And so it gives that effect of having the brace trouser. If you had not the brace trouser, it's obviously a lower set trouser, and we have to conform with the buttons finishing at the bottom. Yes. That's the two differences between the style. But that's the beauty of having brace. It gives you a chance to have the feel of looseness around the waist that it's still holding up the supports. But obviously, with on the waist, it's a little bit tighter for you.
Yes.
But that's the beauty.
May I ask a sartorial question? Is it okay to have a tie peeking out? Where do you want to end a tie when you're wearing a waistcoat?
So ultimately, when you're wearing a waistcoat, you want the tie to finish at the bottom of the seam of the trouser. Right. You don't necessarily want it to show any tie with the waistcoat. Number one rule. Don't let it peeking out.
Yes. Better, shorter.
Shorter tie on. It has to be shorter. But as I say, if it's a two-piece suit, you don't want it to be the opposite, where it's obviously short. You want to be finishing the point of your bottom seam of the trouser.
Yeah. And I guess you could tuck it into the top of your trousers if it was so long that it would come out from underneath the waistcoat. And this is a beautiful waistcoat. I love the detail of just the lapels, but then how it's sewn down right here, again, to just keep it neat. Oh. I mean, it's just such a subtle detail that one would really never even notice, but it's that integrity behind a bespoke product and a pure bespoke product from Poole that really creates that, as I like to say, the durability and the reliability of a bespoke suit, and that at the end of the day is really what it's about.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, let's say Aidan, who was pressing this morning, he's made your coat all the way through its stages. It's his work. He's noticed your shoulder line, your shoulder blades. Amos, who's pressing the trousers off for you this morning, he was all about the hips and the positions of the length of trouser bottoms. It's these people here that's made your suits from start to finish, as much as we have Tom seeing you with your fitting. And now, of course, we have your pattern. So ultimately, ideally, if you stay the same, Eddie, which pretty much you've been good at,
fingers
crossed, we ultimately can do it in one fitting versus three fittings.
Yeah. Simon, I mean, if you wouldn't mind, I know that here at Henry Poole, you talk a lot about the concept of pure bespoke. Could you share with us just a little bit about how that is, manifested in this garment?
Yeah, but I think we can touch on the fact that bespoke word is used by many dynamics of craft, whether it be cars or whether it be carpentry, it's all bespoke. But in pure world of Poole, the pure bespoke side, it really is the moment you meet your cutter, you are creating something with a blank canvas. It is just starting with a straightforward, no sketch, no design, it's you and the cutter. And you start to talk about the style of the coat, but not only in the width of the lapel, how much sleeve head you want, what positions of the pockets you would like, the buttoning position in the waistline. It's pure, and that's something we work with. And really, then the next dynamic is the cutter is here. But not only that, the people that make it from here. So Aidan, who made your coat, Amos the trousers, Zaina the waistcoat, they're all here. And you get to meet them as well. So that's what's special. So in our world, pure bespoke is here at Poole.
Yeah. I mean, it's the highest expression. It's, kind of in the watch industry, you have the equivalent of the in-house movements. I mean, here at Poole, just like with a paddock, you really can have the confidence that everything is controlled to the highest standards. Nothing leaves this premises. And it is not just an incredible product, but it is an incredible, really, inflection and representation of Poole, its history, its people, the aggregation of knowledge that we have within these walls. And, I feel whenever I walk in here every single time, just how much history that this house has seen. And to have a Poole suit, I mean, this is I'm excited for you,
It's such an honor, and it's remarkable to me as well. The closest parallel I can draw is to my own world, and even we don't make the cigars in our shop. We only sell them. So the wonderful vertical integration you have here, your ability to control every element from the moment I walked into this extraordinary garment, amazing.
Yeah. And I guess now as a customer of the House of Poole, I mean, you can bring this back to be pressed. If it ever needs any servicing, it's just right down the street. And I mean,
Absolutely.
you know, Simon and Poole, I mean, they'll support this garment for literally the garment's lifetime, and maybe even one day making the alterations for Elvis.
Well, and I promise I won't impose on your kindness too much. I'll be very, very respectful of the garment.
It's like having a service on a car. You get a year to enjoy it, and obviously, break it in like a new pair of shoes. Yeah. And then obviously, we're there for you to come to us for looking after it. And as we do with many customers, sometimes the gentleman this morning we haven't seen since 2014, and he's came in this morning and ordered something, and we just pulled up his pattern from the vaults, and just checking off the differences between it. Yes, there's a few changes, but it's just a blessing that everything is here rather than some other place off campus.
Yes. Yeah, and then here, I mean, I hope you don't mind, but I took the liberty of running over to Bud, and we've got your finished Bud bespoke shirt. So we've got the perfect combination, and then, no better way to inaugurate this than with the Kirby Allison Sovereign Grade tie. I hope you don't mind that, our basket weaver, this is the Kirby Allison Club tie, but for this beautiful suit, I'd like you to have that.
And works gorgeous. I mean, really, the pattern, the colors.
I must say, Kirby, it's a great choice. And Eddie, the joy with the grey, with the beautiful herringbone, it's something when you look from a distance, it looks plain, coloured. But if you get close to it, you can start to see the pattern design. And the joy with the herringbones and greys, you can mix up into a business suit as much as a sort of relaxed dress with brown shoe or black shoe, or something formal with a white shirt with a black and white tie, very dressy.
Yes. So. It's versatile, it's beautiful. I'm going to test to see whether I can actually wear it to bed tonight.
Well, I guess this is the moment. So, Simon,
let's come and try it on, shall we?
I can't wait.
Perfect.
Oh, wow, Eddie. I mean, look at this.
I'm happy. I'm super happy. I think the journey has been really worthy, and come out with a lovely fine piece of what Henry Poole's all about. And really, and I see the shoulder line, the sleeve head, the lovely lapel balanced in relation to the gentleman of Eddie. It's just perfect. And I think the height proportions are perfect, and it should be a long-term prospect of this enjoyment of a suit to wear for many occasions. And you've got things to wear with it.
Well, and with the Bud shirt, I mean, the collar is beautiful. Of course, with your signature full Windsor tie. And again, this gray with the silver hair, the basket weave tie, and that silver kind of black. I mean, this is magnificent.
Well, what can I say? It's not often I'm struck dumb, but I truly am. I'm not worthy of these garments, truthfully. I will strive to improve myself, so I am one day.
Only a few finishing touches, I guess. We must now test to make sure that it can accommodate what it is it was built to.
So in your world, Eddie, you have day-to-day things you use, and that's also what we accommodate in our customers. So, in your world, it's cigars, it's clippers, it's box cutters. It's the small things that we have to hide away in your garment, and that's ideally now what you can try out. And you'll try things out. Change pockets become box cutters. Cigars was phones. There's these sort of things we can mix and match with. So let's try it out.
Let's try them out. Well, I'll start with the most important, which of course are the cigars. A gentleman can never be without his emergency and extra emergency cigars. Let me test it. So we're going into here, which I know you've amazingly put a little divider in.
That's it. So we call this the cigar pocket, but really is for you and a friend. So we always have 2 dividers coming with you and a friend to have a cigar together. So that's very much a signature house with our dinnerware, our tuxedo, our dinner suit as we do today.
And generously proportioned, so it doesn't have to be a Davidoff number 2.
Yeah, we could just go up and ring gauge. I think you'll still be fine.
The pen, I suppose, is the next most frequent item.
Absolutely. This would have been for a comb or a what, or indeed a pen.
Do you find that these edges get worn, people who wear their pen there?
It does happen. As you know, this is wear and tear, but again, this is what we do, we repair. So in time, this all can be replaced, very much in the linings, absolutely.
And then I've got, of course, my cutters, which traditionally I wear on an inside pocket, but I know we've got this fantastic pocket here, which has the
double pocket.
The double pocket.
So
room for the change, which can go for the box cutter.
Exactly.
And the deeper section for my cigar cutter. Oh, it just feels like it was made for it.
That's what we do. That's what we do.
And then, of course, my minimalist wallet.
And that would be inside there, which, of course, you can put on the other side too, if indeed you wished. You have got also a pocket this side, which you could use for your small wallet coming inside here, or indeed your phone pocket if you wished up here too.
I think I will preserve this for my business cards, perhaps. But I will try different pockets and see how they progress.
And it's a great example of, again, how at the end of the day, a garment, even at this level, isn't meant to be precious, it's meant to be used. And so this is where, those small little customizations are important because they make it something that, is truly bespoke to you and your lifestyle. So
thank you so much.
A few other things. Sorry, I'm going. We've got, again, it's a beautiful bud shirt, but I, again, took the liberty and had half a dozen made. So we've got a few whites, some bud stripes, because again, one of the virtues of this suit is you could wear it every day of the week and simply change your shirt and your tie. I mean, even if it was a white shirt, only your tie, and no one would notice.
My God.
And so this is to,
may I?
To let's say endow your newfound kind of sartorial journey.
This must be Darren
yes, Darren is exceptional.
He's a good man. Androni, I know
he cut a beautiful collar. Look at that.
No, very nice.
I am so spoiled. Again, I mean, I have certainly won the lottery on this occasion.
And then a few final important bits, of course, right? A grab. We've got, of course, whenever you're not wearing your garment, it must be well hung. And those watching, I'll remind them that the best way to support this channel, of course, is by going online to Kirby. Just kidding. But anyway, I had this hanger engraved with your logo. If you don't mind, I took the liberty.
I can't believe it. Eddie Sahakian with the ES in the smoke. Wow. Kirby, you are a genius. Look at that.
Felted trouser bar won't crease your trousers. Yeah. And again, I mean, it's important to take care of your garment in the closet. So this has the 2.5-inch shoulder flares, 5 times more support than average. It'll ensure that, really the integrity of this is looked after. And then I have a garment brush, right, double-sided. So at the end of the day, a simple brush, right? Yeah. And then
what is the difference between the sides?
Well, so this is a slightly stiffer bristle. So if you need to get, like, say, a dry stain out, maybe like some dirt or even, some cream or something that dried, you can really brush it hard. And then this is a softer kind of offset penned pig bristle, totally natural, that if you just need some slight dusting at the end of the day, you have some dandruff or, it's been in the closet, this will get that off. And This is also safe to use on cashmeres, where something stiffer like this, you probably wouldn't want to use it on something that's soft. And so in the daily care of your garment, I mean, a suit like this.
Well, I foresee that being used for ash.
Yes.
I am prone to leaving ash on my trousers and jacket.
Well, I've got one of these on my desk, another shoe shine brush actually used for that purpose. And so just daily brushing, like at the beginning of the day or the end of the day is really, Simon, correct me if I'm wrong, one of the best things you can do for just daily maintenance.
Daily maintenance, absolutely. I wish my grandfather had this for Sir Winston back in the day with his cigars. Would have been perfect. Should have been around then.
Helps
Kirby.
keep the moths away.
That's the other thing too. And that comes with the bag. I think that's the key thing is if the garments aren't used daily, such as a dinner suit and tailcoats, the bag is essential to go with as well. So
and then we have the garment bag,
which
again, if it's not a part of your daily rotation, the best thing to do is to place it in this. And this is one of our signature garment bags. It's an 8.5 ounce cotton twill, organic. It's a bulletproof fabric. And then we fuse a 2.5 inch gusset here. So again, it's not going to collapse and suffocate the suit. And again, it's natural cotton. It breathes, has a zipper, has a window pane right here so you can see into the garment. So you could put a business card here. And I know Simon has an incredible travel suit bag, but this is, can for emergency travel, I suppose, be used. And this can simply be looped over the hook and just carried,
And this, you would advise that if it's hanging in the closet even, to have that on it if I'm not going to be wearing it.
Well, we have some shoulder covers. I didn't bring any of those, unfortunately, that you can, it's basically just this top half chopped off, right? So that'll just prevent dust from settling in the shoulders. But if it's going to be for, weeks, anything longer than a few weeks, then I would recommend, putting it in a bag just to ensure safekeeping.
Thank you so much.
So I'll take this, I'll put this in.
But you can't take them back. I do get to keep
this
them,
is
right?
all for you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, gosh, this is great. So
let's make that happen. Let's go.
This is, I don't want this to end. It's been such a great journey.
Well, it's not going to end. And gentlemen, allow me a tiny fraction of an indulgence compared to what you've done to me. May I invite you to christen this extraordinary garment with its first cigar in your fine company?
It would be a pleasure. Absolute pleasure. It'd be an honor. And as I say, Kirby and yourself know cigars, but I might be the novelist and the newest to this, so please allow me to ask some questions that,
yes, of course.
if I may, to my knowledge into your craft and world would be fantastic to learn some today. So,
well, I'm the true student here. I mean, I'm in the, the presence of two titans. I mean, a titan of the cigar industry, and of course, Simon, here, at the head of one of the most, prominent and preeminent tailoring houses on Savile Row, carrying this great tradition forward. This is, the cameras are my ploy, just to get in the door. So thank you for sharing this.
It's been a pleasure. And Kirby, thank you for allowing me to meet Simon. And Simon, can I say what a joy it is to have met you? And aside from what you make, you're a real gentleman.
Well, thank you.
And it's been an honor to get to know you in this process as well.
Eddie, when Henry Poole started this firm, it was very much always about a little club and a little group of people that inspire and enjoy great craft. And you're now joined the House of Poole, so it's great.
Wonderful.
Always.
Thank you. What an honor to welcome you. What an honor to welcome you, Simon, as well. Look what I found in this amazing garment.
That's the idea.
Here we are. And what you're hopefully going to have there is the virgin puff. When it's been perfectly combusted. I promise you it wasn't on purpose, but it did cross my mind that the color lends itself to camouflage some of the ash I may deposit on the suit.
I think that was a good call from Kirby with making that grey. It was a good, nice call.